Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Muhammad Rizky Mongkoginta and my student number is 1926022. And in this video, I will explain some element of poetry based on the poem that my lecturer gave to me a few weeks ago. The poem is A Lover Complaint by William Shakespeare. Let's begin to look at the poem. This poem consists of 5 stanzas, and in this slide you can see the first and the second stanza, and each stanza here consists of 7 lines. Here, the next stanza, the third stanza and fourth stanza also consist of 7 lines, and this is a last stanza and also consists of 7 lines. Now, let's begin to discuss 3 elements based on this poem, A Lover Complaint by William Shakespeare. The first element that we have to discuss is theme. Theme of the poem is the central or the main idea, and things of a lover's complaint are the first man, the narrator, and the distraught woman. The main story is relayed through a series of layers that lend a sense of vulnerability to the tale. The narrator is a disconnected third-person party. Narrator 6 is on a walk in the country when he hears a woman weeping. He comes across a young maid wearing a straw hat and standing by a brook. She cries uncontrollably, throwing torn scraps of paper and other trinkets into the water. She breaks rings in two and casts them in after the other reminds of her lost love. A referee approaches the woman upon hearing her sobbing. The narrator listens from a distance as the old man asks the maid what exactly merits such behavior. She explained that her lover has betrayed her. He looked advantageous of her affection without avowing his own her in exchange. She knows that he was untrue to her, but she still laments the end of their relationship. She hopes that by destroying the letters and gifts that he gave her, she will be able to move past him. The maid then admits that she would gladly welcome her lover back if he asked for his forgiveness. And the next element that we will discuss is sound device. The first one is rhyme scheme. What is rhyme scheme? It is the rhyming pattern that is created at the end of lines of the poem. This poem, A Lover's Complaint by William Shakespeare, consists of 5 stanzas, and stanza number 1, 2, 3, and 5 consists of 7 lines. So the rhyme scheme is A, B, A, B, B, C, C. Let's look at the end of the word. Reward, fail, corded, tail, pale, a twine, rhyme. So A, B, B, C, C. And then stanza number 4, it consists also of 7 lines, and the rhyme scheme is A, B, B. Right, intent, tide, extend, lead, fixed, and comics. So A, B, B. Then after rhyme scheme there is assonance. What is that? It is the repetition of vowel sounds within non-rhyming word. It can be found in this poem in line number 6, chewing of paper, breaking rings a twine, and the next is alliteration. It is the repetition of consonant sound at the beginning of word. It can be found in line number 32, hanging her pail and peanut cheek beside. Next, it still discuss the element of sound device. There is a consonant. It is repetitive sound produced by consonant in the middle or end of word in the phrase or sentence. And also in this poem, it can be seen in line number 6 and 27. Line number 6, tearing a papers, breaking ring, a twine, and line number 27, to every place at once and nowhere fixed. And the last sound device is repetition. It is the repeating of a particular sound device to create an effect. It can be found in line number 15 and 22. Line number 15, of did she have her napkin to her eye, and line 22, sometimes he left eyes their carriage ride. Next slide is the function of sound device. On this poem, A Lover's Complaint by William Shakespeare, such sound device as alliteration, assonance, and consonance are used by the author. The function is to rearrange or to focus readers' attention, to convey emotional charge of the poem, to accentuate the meaning of lexical units, or to evoke auditory associations. Relate to the described object or phenomenon. In some cases, it is from understanding the meaning of the lines, and sound device it for decoding of author's message and intention. And the last element that we will discuss is poetic device. The first one is imagery. Poets use words that appeal the reader's sense of sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. In this poem, we can find the sense of sight in line number 1. From off a hill was conveys warm rewarded, and line number 5. Ere long espied a fickle maid full pale. And then sense of sound in line number 29. He heard nor loose nor tied in former plate. After imagery in this poem, we can also find a figurative language. What is figurative language? It creates picture by making comparisons. First one is metaphor. Metaphor describes one thing as if it were another. There are two metaphors that can be found in this poem. In line number 7, storming her world with sorrow, wind, and rain, and line number 14, some beauty pit through the lattice of shared age. After metaphor, we can also find a simile. Simile is also comparison, but in simile using like or as. For example, in this poem, line number 20, as often strickling undistinguished woe, and line number 23, as they did battery to the spurs in intent. After we discuss the poetic device based on the poem Still a Lover's Complaint by William Shakespeare, now let's discuss the function of poetic device on this poem. First, to represent an action, idea, or object to make the reader feel the situation. It is used in such a way that appeals to reader's sense. The next it is to create a mood to that the readers get interest while reading the poems, and then to give a memorable impact on readers. Mind the next one. Captivates the reader's attention in the effective way, and the last function is to envision the scenes of characters and boosts the reader's imagination skill. So that's all the three elements based on the poem A Lover's Complaint by William Shakespeare. Thank you very much for watching this video, and my apologies if there are still many mistakes in this video, but I'm very grateful for successfully completing this task. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.